In this video, we're going to be reviewing how to use commas to separate coordinate adjectives. What is a coordinate adjective? Well, that's when we have two or more adjectives that modify the noun in the same way. Those are going to be coordinate adjectives, and we separate them with a comma or with the word and. Here, let me show you an example. We walked the long, dusty road to the abandoned farm. Both of those are going to be coordinate adjectives. How do we separate them? Well, we had a comma in between. We can also, as we said earlier, use the word and. Both work for coordinate adjectives. So how do we specify this in reference to non-coordinate adjectives? What does that mean exactly? Well, there's a couple ways that we can understand this. One, we walked the long, dusty road to the abandoned farm. We can rearrange it. We could say we walked the dusty, long road to the abandoned farm. That's one way we recognize it's a coordinate adjective. Also, we can use the word and. So we walked the long and dusty road. That's another way to recognize. So the reason why I bring this up is because when we're referencing non-coordinate adjectives, the ones without commas, the way to know that we don't need commas in between there is by trying to put the word and in and seeing if they make sense, or trying to rearrange the words and seeing if they make sense. So as above, right, this was, let's say, our first one, and this was the one where we included the word and this is the rearranged one. Let's try to rearrange the 5 flashy sports cars. Flashy sports 5 cars? No. See, you see how that doesn't sound right as we rearranged it? That's one trick to know that these are not coordinate adjectives and therefore commas are not supposed to be used. Again, I can do it again just to be clear. It doesn't really matter which way you rearrange it. Either option will not work. Okay, what if we use the word and instead? 5 and flashy and sports cars? Again, that doesn't make sense either. So we're not going to put commas in between here because they are not coordinate adjectives. So to recap, coordinate adjectives, right, these are the key ones. Those are the ones that we're going to be using with commas or the word and to separate them. Non-coordinate adjectives over here, right, those do not have commas in between. How do we recognize when we need a comma to separate the adjectives or not? Well, let's try to rearrange it or put the word and between them. If it sounds awkward or jarring, you know you don't need commas to separate them.